Megan here at the National First Ladies Library, and I want to thank you for signing up for the Ladies in the Lab program. Today we're going to go through your first kit, what's inside the kit, and the cool experiments you can do with it. So our first kit is inspired by Mae Jemison. She's actually the first Black woman to travel in space in 1992. So back in the 1960s, when she was a kid in kindergarten, she knew she wanted to be a scientist, but she told her teacher, and her teacher said, "Wouldn't you rather be a nurse?" But that didn't keep Mae back from her goal or her dream, even though none of the astronauts at that time looked like her, because there was someone on the TV who did, that really inspired her. And this woman's name is Nichols. And if you're a Star Trek fan, or your grandparents are, or parents, then you may have seen her or heard of her before. She was one of the first Black women featured on a major television series. She played Lieutenant Uhura on Star Trek. And Uhura is actually Swahili for the word freedom. And she was such a popular figure that MLK actually came to her and said, "You need to stay on TV and keep playing this role because it's really important." And they were right. It was important because it motivated young girls, just like Mae Jemison, to get out there and to study science. So we're going to do a little science experiment today inspired by Mae. Your Ladies in the Lab kit is going to have directions for that experiment. It's going to have some more information where you can learn about Mae, a cool little mini poster you can color, some templates for making the Alka-Seltzer canister that we're going to talk about in a second, and some lab notes so you can write up with your experiment what happened, what went wrong, what was successful, how high your rocket went. And there's also some really cool fancy paper. This is actually sticker paper, but it almost looks like a rocket ship, and it's a great way to decorate your rocket. And then as a bonus, there's some airplane stuff in here too. So once you blast off your rocket, you can actually experiment with paper airplanes, cutting your own space shuttle, and then making your own. So it's a great chance to practice launching into space. You're going to get these supplies as well. You're going to get a film canister. So this actually used to have film in it to take photographs, but now you make photographs digitally probably, right? So it opens up and closes at the bottom, and this is going to be our rocket. So our job next is going to be to decorate our rocket. And you can use one of these templates to decorate it however you want. You can add all your cool collage elements and cut out some of this really fun paper. You can add tape, anything you want to make your rocket look very cool. You're going to cut this piece out, wrap it around your rocket. Now, the bottom of the rocket is where the lid is. So every rocket needs a nose, every rocket needs fins, and every rocket needs fuel to be able to take off, right? So you're going to put your nose up at the top, right here, and it's going to open at the bottom here. So you can see my finished rocket that says, "Ladies first." I got my nose, I've got my fins, and I've got it open up. So this is the fun part. This is where we get to blast off, right? So this is a chemical reaction that's going to take place. We're going to take an Alka-Seltzer tab. We're going to put half of it in there with just a tablespoon of water, and very quickly we're going to close it up as tightly as we can. We're going to shake it. A little water might come out the bottom, and that's okay, but hopefully it's going to pop and take off. Sometimes it doesn't, sometimes it leaks. So it's a really good experiment to try and see how it works, but don't give up. I almost did this morning. I was so frustrated, but I tried again and pop, voila, it worked, it took off. So there you have it, your very own Alka-Seltzer rocket that you can make inspired by Mae Jemison.